I have a question for you, which is unrelated to this topic, but it was just something I saw
Yeah.
on Instagram this morning.
Yeah. Give it to me.
Walton Goggins was talking about taking like taking your time on set, or like what do you need to do to prepare for a scene. He was talking about what he likes to do. He's just like his take on it was don't sit with the other actors, in the green room. He's like stay on set, pick something up. You know what I mean? Talk to people on the set, but he's like, just stay in it and don't staying on the set in between takes. There was an older actor who was like, "You're not leaving, are you?" And he's like, "No, I'm staying." And he's like, "Good, good. Always stay on the set, like in between setups and everything else. Stay right in it. Stay in that environment." I was just curious as to how do you act on a set? Are you chatty? Are you very social on a set? Are you, you know, do you just stay in it, really sort of living in it, or do you fuck off and have a cup of coffee and chat to people and have a laugh? And what does it require for you?
I would say that for most of my experiences, we have to react and roll with the punches of what that set is. What star am I working with? What's the vibe on set? That's different day to day. And for us, or when I say for me, I have to do whatever I need to do my best work. And I think it's something that we talk at Leslie's. Some days, if the star wants to keep chatting in between takes and stuff like that, you stay chatting with them. You stay connected with them. I will admit, sometimes we don't have that luxury to be like, oh, the second AD comes over to you. Like, we're doing another setup, so we're going to bring you over here, and we're going to wait, and we're going to bring you back onto set. Now, there's a few times where I'm like, that's just easier. Let me just sit over there while they set up. And I don't have the option of being like, no, 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 no. No, you guys change sets around
Yeah,
me.
of
You guys
course,
switch sides.
of
So
course.
it would be a great problem to have, to be like, I'm Walton Goggins. Let me just sit here and play with my props. You know what I mean? I would love that.
Would you? That would be. Would you do that if you had?
Oh, I would. I would stay on set. The whole chatty thing is interesting. And I won't say what show or what experience. I was getting ready to shoot, first day on set. Everyone was like, oh my God, you're working with so-and-so. He is a blast. He has so many stories.
Oh yeah,
about,
I know who this is.
He's going to tell you about auditioning with Scorsese. Sit back, relax. Oh my God, such a blast. The guy didn't say two words to me. He said, hi, nice to meet you. My name is. Did not
Yeah.
look at me, did not say two words. We eventually got to set. We did a little rehearsal, sat next to each other, didn't say two words. There was not a lot of heavy lifting for him or me. He was on his
Yeah.
phone, fidgeting. It was freaking me out. And I was like, dude, I can't even sit next to you. I'm freaking out. And I had to go walk around because I was like, there's
Yeah.
something, I don't know what you're going through, but there's some energy there. I don't want to get involved, but let me just, we'll make it work regardless. But that's kind of like what I'm pointing, where I'm playing in your sandbox and I got to
Yeah.
protect with, I got to make sure I don't shit the bed because you're fine. You're top on the call sheet. So that's where I am. We gotta play ball with whoever.
It's funny. It's funny, isn't it? And I will say, like, I have to be careful with this stuff, like, because I love being on set. I really enjoy the buzz of it. So I get kind of excited and I like chatting to a lot of different people. So I have to be careful with that too, because it's a balance for me to also remember to take the time to do what I need to do to get to where I need to be. However that looks, and like I know what you're saying about if you have the power to stay on a set and go, I'm the star here, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Oftentimes you're moved off the set because you're in people's way when they're changing setups, which is totally fine. Obviously you don't want to be in anybody's way. Yes, but I do see actors who like cannot wait to get off the set in between takes or whatever. Just they like, and then they come back when they're brought back or whatever, and they just don't want to be there in between, and that's totally fine.
Wait, real quick, I just want to throw this out there where, if you study at Leslie Kahn and, a lot of times we talk about this, whatever you need to do to be brilliant, it could be sense memory, it could be substitutions, it could be a lot of things that Leslie doesn't actually even teach. You can do that. Do whatever you need to do to be brilliant and protect yourself. And the other thing I will say is to that point, a lot of actors, especially stars, might not want to rehearse with you. They might not want to
That's
run
right.
lines.
Yeah.
And how do you protect your performance and be like, I'm bulletproof. I can handle any direction. I can take any note, and I'm ready. I'm ready to work. And how do you get to that level? And that's what we strive for.
That's a very good point. It is. It's a kind of it's a weird thing of like. I think you have to be good at just reading the temperature of one, a set, two, what someone else needs. Some people just don't want to be bothered, so you don't want to be going up and chatting to them and yapping away. And like, I suppose it also depends on the nature of what it is you're doing. If it's a comedy, it's a little lighter, it's a little easier. If it's something heavy, people might need more space. And a phone is interesting as well. I find that a phone takes me right out of it. If I can not bring a phone to set, I'm in better shape. Now, sometimes I do, and I like leave it off to the side in between takes or whatever, but I find that a phone distracts me from where I am anyway. I've seen a lot of stuff recently about people just do not bring a phone to set at all. Just be 100% there.
A lot of great directors, no phones. No phones.
I like that. I do like that.
I do too. I mean, I know that you're fairly social. Have you ever been in a situation where you were so social that you felt like it hurt your work?
Yeah, I think so to a degree, because I always think that there's more specificity you can find. I think I always think there's more to mine out of something. You know what I mean? Without being too precious about it, without being too rigid about it.
Yeah.
You know, and also there's something about just letting go and just whatever happens, happens. You know what? When I did this indie movie a couple of years ago, and I was determined to be a part of it in every way. Like, you know, I hung out with people after work because we're all, you know, away together. Because sometimes I have to remind myself to like, just be here and enjoy every second of this. Don't miss any of it. You know, I was hanging out with people after long days, and we'd go out and we'd hang out and whatever. So you know, you'd be out late, and then you might have an early call time in the morning. So I actually found that in the middle of that job, I was like, oh, I got to protect my energy a little bit here, because I was so, you know, so committed to like, oh, just enjoying all of it and just being a part of it. There is a point where you have to kind of pull it back and direct your energy a little bit more efficiently, or just intelligently go, okay, well, obviously I can't be doing that every night, or, you know.
And I'll go the other way because I can relate to this. This is actually, I just remember this. I always remember this quote. Timothy Oliphant, obviously he's done a lot of work, Justified and so on. He admitted, he realized halfway through, I'm not having as much fun as everyone. And he just realized, he's working with these series regulars. He's like, I'm not having much fun. I think the realization was when they had like bloopers and gag reels at the end of the season, you know, just for fun with camaraderie and community. He was in none of them. And it was like, what is this? Terrible. What is this saying? The fact that I'm not having, and I relate to that.
Because you're no fun. Yeah. Because you are zero fun. Yeah. No, you relate to it because you're no fun. Yeah.
All the things that we work on at Leslie's when we're like, dig deeper. What are you missing? What are you trying to, you can try to perfect the beautiful, you know, ornament or beautiful sculpture that you're trying to make. But there's an element of, can you let go? And if you're in a comedy, can you maybe, if you have a little more fun, you actually might be doing a better job.
Hey friends, if you like that clip, click here to watch the full episode in its entirety. Come on. You know you want to.